Good evening and welcome to Citizen the platform where we speak truth to power. Today being, of course, the 10th of May, but of course, we always say the first day of the week in Yoruba um, calendar, Ojo Batala. Um, as you all know, we have a 4 day a week in Yoruba calendar, giving us 7 days, 7 weeks in a month, which gives us 20 days in a year, and of course, 30 months in the year. So that's when we're following, but of course, we will put the 10th of May because that's the Gregorian calendar. But you need to know your own history and your ancestral calendars. So we always talk about the Ojo Batala, the first day of the Yoruba week, for 4 day week. Now, let's talk about this. Um, Senator Ndume and Oshomole having a disagreement about death penalty. Um, the question, the thing for me is that it would be the politicians who have really put the citizens in a wretched position by their actions should really um, pass. It'd be interesting to see if they pass a death penalty for corrupt politicians. Would they pass those laws? They are very quick to pass laws on, people who have connected drug trafficking and all that. But would they pass death penalty? Because their actions actually lead to a lot of people impoverished and dying horrible deaths because the money meant for infrastructure, meant for hospital, is looted by these same politicians. Isn't that something we can talk about? Let's have a listen and I'll talk a little bit more about it. Then we can wrap it up. So this is you've seen it there, Senator Ali Ndume. Here we go.
Of our colleagues, this amendment is supposed to toughen the laws against drug trafficking or use. Therefore, Section 11 of the proposed bill, Section 11, distinguished colleagues, go to that, was the original submission. It's supposed to be toughened in order to discourage the. So, I am surprised that the committee is recommending a softer punishment. It was a life imprisonment. In fact, we should change it to death sentence. This is practiced everywhere in this country that are serious about dealing with drugs. So when we come to take it close by close, please, distinguished colleagues, let's change that section 11 to read death sentence, whether by hanging or whatever. This is why I am, as we go along, my other observations, but please, distinguished colleagues, let's show seriousness in this 10th assembly that we have opportunity to look at the law. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. I didn't want to stop you because
Debt. We must be honest, transparent in the decision. I am accountable to my conscience and to my community. Death sentence is not a matter for a, nay, or nay. Everybody should vote so that we will be counted. When it matters, those who vote for death and those who vote for punishment. No, you cannot. We'll take a vote. It's a fundamental issue. We are making law here. This is not a motion. I have responsibility for any law that I made while I'm in this parliament. No, we can't pass it because I don't believe that the highs have it. It's about life and death.
Very interesting point there. So you see that there's been
You didn't come for a division and move out of it. So, I mean, it is. What you need to ask for, which is your right, is to ask for a division. And so you put it forth, but you didn't do that. So you don't want to present officer.
so they've now mutated it. Anyway, the exchange is not really. One would hope if they are going to, if the will the same politicians. The question I'm asking is, will the same politicians who are arguing about passing laws to put death penalty on drug trafficking, would they put the same law on politicians looting the nation's wealth? That's the question. How do you see that question? Do you think they will pass that law on themselves? If they're really serious about building Nigeria, that's where they would start. But we know what the answer is. I'm going to ask that question. I will put it as a question. You know, shouldn't the politicians pass the law to make looting of public funds a death penalty? Because that's what they do in China. Because they are quick to talk about this. That's what they do in China. If you loot public funds in China, you face death penalty. Why don't we adopt that here in Nigeria? Anyway, what are your thoughts? How do you see it? Give me 1 sec. Let me 1 sec. 1 sec. Yes, just to provide context to their discussion. The question is, what is the penalty for embezzlement in China? And it says, an individual who embezzles in excess of RMB 550,000 shall be sentenced to 10 years or more in prison. How many of our Nigerian politicians have ended up in prison for 10 years or more? Or life imprisonment, and his property must be confiscated. How many of them does that happen to? If a case is extremely serious, the death penalty shall be meted out along with the confiscation of the property. So when Ali Ndume and Oshiomhole are doing this argument among themselves, this is what is happening in China. This is what is happening in China. In China, I will read it out. In fact, that's going to be the headline. What do you think? You know, in China, if it's good for China, then it's good for Nigeria. Don't you think? I doubt they will agree. I doubt they will agree to this. Listen, I'm laughing. It's not actually funny. It's dead serious. But you can read what I said here. Once again, I'll read it to you. An individual who embezzles in excess of RMB 50,000, I think it's to do with the yen, I think, shall be sentenced to 10 years or more in prison or life imprisonment, and his property may be confiscated. If a case is extremely serious, the death penalty shall be meted out, along with confiscation of property. Why aren't the property of those politicians being confiscated and taken back? Because it's public funds. This is what they should be doing. If they're going to pass laws about death penalty on drug trafficking, then this should also be the case for those who are looting on a grand scale, and many of them have been involved in that. What say you? How do you view this? You're watching, of course, Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Let us, please go ahead. Subscribe to Citizen AY. Hit the notification button. Give us thumbs up. Help us reach more people. And don't forget, go down to our website, www.citizenay.org. Just follow us on there. I'll be doing a lot more broadcasts on there, and we're trying to update it as we go along. But I'm grateful for your support. Please continue to subscribe, hit the notification button, and of course, give us thumbs up. What do you think about this suggestion about actually applying death penalty to those who loot our wealth, who loot the nation's wealth? That's what they do in China. Shouldn't that be the case also in Nigeria? What are your thoughts? You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next time, on the next broadcast. See you on the next broadcast. Thank you very much, and bye for now.